All right, good evening. Good evening to everyone. Let's see who's here today. Jesse James, good evening. Quantum 1157, Carlos Gold. Oh, I'm wanting to long gold here. Look at this. Where the hell is gold going to? Wow. Gold taking a plunge, huh? I already shorted gold at this top. I made like 1,700 bucks on that. Man, look at this gold dump. Whoa, what's going? Was there news on gold, guys? Was there any news on gold? This is crazy. There's got to be some crazy news going on right now. All right, let's take a look at financial juice. It's like 60 points. I'm going to try to long it here. Come on, Goldilocks. Bounce. Whoa, what happened here? Uh-oh. Gold just killed me. Gold, what the hell did you just do? Zach, I just longed it and I'm dying here. Hold on. This level right there at that pivot point right now. That's no good. I locked in my other accounts. I am trading an eval tonight. But whew. Can we get a little push on this? That may have been my push. God damn it. Gold. Holy shit. What? Whoa. All right, done. I'm not pushing my luck with gold right now. Done. Man, did I have to DCA that one. I just got out. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Done. Oh boy. Got a little quiet in here for a little bit. I am done. Oh, you're playing with fire. All right. Now I got to see how much I screwed up my consistency rule here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow. All right, good evening. Mark Schwartz in the house. Quantum 1157. Mike Short's still short. All right. It looks like you probably got some nice green on that one. Zach, did you long that one or did you short it? All right. I did a nasty little trade there. Very risky. Ended up having to DCA myself out of that, but I'll take the green and I'm walking out. I'm switching to micros, guys. Get me on micros now. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. All right. We are in the green. Trying to catch a fallen knife here. The little contrarian in me. Jesse James, get out, JC. I appreciate you, brother. That was quick. So, was there any news? What the hell? What the hell was that? China Bank injects. Let's take a look at the news. What the hell was that? Let's see. I wouldn't even know what to look for here, but I guess something happened in Asia and some crazy news. Mike Schwartz, I love catching falling knives. Yeah, that one was a little bit of trouble. A little bit of trouble for me. I did short up here. Also ended up adding to that and got that short, and then I got greedy on this little bounce here. Almost lost everything that I had made already. But somehow we caught that bounce with a little bit of DCA in there. All right, so now, oh man, I think I pushed my consistency rule up a little bit too much though. Let's see, 2,900. Let me do some math here. Yeah. Screwed my consistency rule. All right, it is what it is. Green is good. All right, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Gold doing. I don't know what gold is up to lately. 4,300. We came close. Did we hit 4,400? We came close to 4,400, and took a nasty, close to 100 points. What was that? 391 down. Yeah, 100 points. Look at that. 100-point pullback. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Zach, how did you end up doing? Did you long it or did you short it? You're done too? All right. I think a lot of us are done for the night, but hey, let's, I'm going to switch to micros and maybe play around with some micros. Wow. Goldilocks. Goldilocks doing dirty moves tonight. All right, let's see who's in the chat. Zach, Quantum, 1157. Carlos just made 60 points on gold with 3 micros. Nicely done, brother. Holy cow, I just hit the jackpot. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was 100 points on gold. Crazy. Was it 100 points? What was the top of that? 391? 391 came down to 294, close to 100 points. I'm going to leave gold alone for a little bit. Let's get on to NQ. So gold, if you take a look at my crazy long there, the reason I didn't close, let's take a look at the, we came right down to the pivot point. I was a little early, well, in hindsight now, right? But once I hit the pivot point, that's when I started adding to that and got the little recovery bounce there. Blue lines are pivot points, so we had a look above and fail on this, on R1 or that pivot point. came all the way down and literally two 15-minute candles to that 91 area, and now they're bouncing it. Crazy. That was a little nail biter on gold. Catching that falling knife. All right, let's take a look at NQ. Let me get my eyes off of gold. One of these days, gold is going to get me brutal. So far, gold has been... Ooh, NQ also taking a plunge. What the hell just happened? Zach, short NQ from 24,800 out at 870, 800, 378, or 7... I think you mean 78. Okay, nice. Nice short there. All right, market's moving tonight. Carlos, I know what this sounds like blasphemy. I just took 6 points out of the S&P. Nice, brother. Look, it's moving tonight, man. I'm gonna have to switch to micros because I can't make more money. I've already locked my straight to funded, and I don't unless I buy an eval right now. Otherwise, I'll screw up my consistency rules. Carlos, first short in a while. You never short. Yeah, and let's take a look at gold. Listen, I've switched to gold at night. Gold has made it very interesting to play at night, to the point where I'm not even going to trade tomorrow morning, or I'll have to buy an eval to trade tomorrow morning because I'm done. NQ tanking. Something, there's got to be some news that we're missing, guys. Something happened. What's the story with news? Something's going on. Let's take a look at CNBC. I'm not touching this. Something's going on, and I don't know. Gold took a plunge. NQ is going downtown as well. I guess this area 721 is the next bounce area. What are we looking at here? Here were my. This was my. So let's take a look at the day. This was my trading during the New York session. It was ugly, and then I guess it finally gave the move to the upside. Tanked, and now we're here. So this level held earlier today. There it is. So unless they flush this level, it's just range bound coming in from this afternoon during New York. That's the range for New York for NQ. Julian, what's up, brother? And gold, I got to get my eyes off of gold. I got to stop fooling around with gold. No more gold for tonight for me. I've only taken 2 trades on gold tonight, and I'm up. I shorted this top, and then I longed or tried to long this falling knife here, and ended up I DCA'd at the pivot point, or right above the pivot point here, and got out with some nice green. But let's take a look at the 15-minute real quick. So these were the trades from last night. Man, gold. Last night we were at around 42.55. And in 24 hours, we went all the way up to 43.87, 43.92. Gold is on a rampage. Julian, right now I'm only copy trading 7 accounts, 7 straight to funded. And a few evals. But as far as sim funded accounts, only 7. I do plan on adding some accounts this weekend. I think I finally got in my groove. If you guys remember, September 1st, I blew all my accounts, 20-something accounts, and I've taken it easy. I've only added 7 straight to funded or sim funded accounts. I got those to pay out twice now. So this weekend, I think I'm going to add some accounts now, finally. Hold on for 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Gold. I mean, even if I had held my original entry and not gotten crazy on the DCA, I would have been fine. But hey, I'll take the win. Green is green. Hoop, this is the reversal bar in the making. What's up? All right. We also got the chat account available tonight. If you guys want to trade it. Chat, the house account or the chat account, the community account is up $600 now. All right, so gold doing what it does at night. We've seen this night after night with gold, right? Pivot point to pivot point. I mean, this one was fast, but it's literally respecting these pivot points. This was a little look above and fail, came right back down, came to this pivot point, bounced. It's been doing pivot point plays night after night. Crazy. CB, what's up? Carlos is in a long. I gotta switch to micros, guys. I can't make more money tonight. Otherwise, I'll screw myself up on consistency rules. Look at that bounce on gold. Whew. Corey, what's up, brother? Khalid Muhammad, good evening. CB, George Panos. Julian, how did you learn to trade? I'm still learning how to trade, Julian. I came from options, right? I was trading options up to 2023. I switched to futures. 2024 was my first full year trading futures. This is my second full year trading futures and prop firms. But I came from the options world. I scalped options as well, right at the open. There's a couple of guys that I watched on YouTube that really set the foundation on how I trade. One of them is, a lot of you guys know him, Mr. Structure. He has a YouTube channel, Spy Day Trading. Probably one of the best day traders out there. although he trades SPY, his way of reading algos and channels, you guys look at my channels and all that. Channels are buying and selling algos, right? This is a channel. That doesn't just happen coincidentally. It's a selling algo that takes place, right? It's a chart pattern. And that's how I learned how to trade these algos. SDT, SPY day trading. Eric, probably one of the best day traders out there. He's not well known, but as far as options is concerned, the guy makes a ton of money trading options using algos, buying algos or channels as I call them. But that's the foundation of his trading. Obviously, using higher time frame levels. That's the foundation of my trading, Julian. I strongly recommend, if you want to learn the how to read price action, algos, and all that stuff. SDT is a good YouTube channel. Good guy, Mr. Structure. That's probably the main influence for my style of trading. I scalped options during the New York Open just the same way I do futures. Tesla, Nvidia, playing the open, playing strike price for a lot of years. Then futures prop firms. I don't know how I landed with futures prop firms. Probably saw an ad or something, and I started with Topstep. And I've been using that same strategy. I've been using this same strategy that I used in options on the futures side. If you think scalping futures during the New York Open is fun, do it with options, with Tesla, Nvidia, the ones that move, right? You got to find stocks that move to trade options or scalp options during the New York Open. You're going for strike price, 1 or 2 strike price. You can make good money there too. The advantage of futures is the prop firms, right? I don't think you have that many prop firms that offer options trading. That's your own capital most of the time. Here, I'll share you guys the YouTube. His name is Eric. His YouTube channel is SPY Day Trading. That's how I learned. Probably the foundation of my trading is that guy. I hop every now and then on his Discord, and I'll say, Eric, you changed my life. And of course, I've added other elements to my trading. Julian, that's a good channel to watch. He does recaps. Don't worry about the fact that he's doing it based on SPY, because that's what he trades. You're looking to learn how to read price algos, buying algos, selling algos, channels, right? His whole trading style is based on finding chart patterns, hopping on that pattern, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. PR77, he is an absolute genius for real. Yep. There's PR77 watches him as well. I do. And I know there's a guy that actually comes in here. His name is Structure. He also comes from SDT. But again, my style of trading, even when I was trading options, I was scalping options. That's the foundation of my trading. Of course, I've added other things like the 20 and the 200 SMA, pivot points, 1 hour and 4 hour levels. I've been slowly adding things to it. But the main thing, you guys will see me draw channels every night or every morning. I'm trying to find a pattern either to reverse trade it or hop on that pattern. Joseph, oh, you know him as well. In his Discord, he never or seldom loses. Yeah, the guy is a genius, man. Um, there's a reason why I've learned to read all these channels and draw manually, and it's because he says it even on his YouTube channel. You got to train your eyes to read these algos. It's easy on the 1 minute and 5 minutes. Start looking for those same algos in the 15, 30-minute. Beautiful structure. Yep. And if you look at even my trade on the long, there was a reason for that long. I got look below and failed on that to a pivot point. But even if you look at where I tried to long was the bottom of the channel. I was playing that channel. Sure, you're going to have sometimes where you have a little look below and fail, or the channel breaks and you got to get out. Once I saw that the pivot point was here, that's where you saw me start adding to that, and walked out with some nice green with two shorts. Well, no, one short and one long. I shorted gold up here on this channel as well. The top of that channel, shorted that. Got some nice green there. I came in green when I turned the stream on. And then my initial entry on that long was the bottom of that channel. They flushed it out with a look below and fail to the pivot point. But they're chart patterns. They tend to repeat themselves, and that's the foundation of my trading. So good. It looks like a lot of other people here also watch Eric on SPY day trading. Probably one of the geniuses in day trading. That's the foundation of how I trade. I've added other things to it, but Rebby, good evening. Corey, JC, should I get a trade to you? Bro, you just keep buying accounts. Should I get a trade there or just grab another funding ticks even though I just passed one? Corey's on a roll, brother. I'm happy to hear, man. Good, nothing but success. So it's good stuff. And, you know, one thing you'll learn is these algos, price action gets in and out of these algos pretty quickly. But Julian, hopefully that answers your question. JC, Harish, I'm in a gold trade. Tradeify doesn't allow me to close a position saying reached maxed API limit. I've never heard of that. Harish, JC, I'm in a gold trade. Tradeify doesn't allow me to close open position saying reached maxed API limit. Huh. I honestly don't know, brother. Maybe refresh your screen. CB, SPY Day Trading is the channel. Yes, I'm going to share the channel. I watched this guy for years. I know PR77 watches him, Structure watches him, and I think there's somebody else here that mentioned Joseph that he also watches him. SR, yeah, I'm back. I'm back home. I was in Sedona for the weekend for extended little Sedona visit, and now I'm back home. CB, yep, I just shared his channel. Again, I watch a lot of YouTube, but I still go back to that style of trading, and I haven't changed that much. I've added a couple of things for sure, but if you want to understand the reasoning for all my channels and my lines and all that stuff, here we go. Hold on. This is the channel, SPY Day Trading. Forget about the fact that he trades SPY. You can apply this to anything that you trade. These are algo identifying, buying algos, selling algos, and he does a very, very nice job. I mean, when you look at his charts at the beginning, you're going to be like, what? But that's how you identify chart patterns. Making sure that, you know, you're not catching yourself trying to trade against a trend or trying to trade against a chart pattern. But if you look at, let's take a look at his whatchamacallit. his charts, right? He does a very good job of just doing, identifying all these algos throughout his trading throughout the day. And all he does is hop on one or two waves. He's just looking to catch a little bit of that wave, but he does an amazing job identifying price structure, market structure. That's the foundation of all his trading. So that's why you see me draw a lot of lines and channels and all that stuff. It's how I learned to trade, and I still use this style of trading to this day. I've added other things, the 20, the 200 SMA, pivot points, VWAP, and all that good stuff. But if you can learn to read these algos, this is a style of trading that is he's very successful with that style of trading. Anyways, back to our world. Joseph, he gets 600% near end of day trades. Crazy. Yeah. I actually watched them over the weekend. I was catching up because every now and then I forget to watch them. So over the weekend, when I had some time in Sedona, I watched some of his videos. The guy's a legend, man. The way he breaks down structure, he even posts some of his charts in advance, and then you go back and you take a look at it, and bingo, he called that play pretty nicely. So it's another trading strategy, right? There's infinite amount of trading strategies out there. So Julian, that was the long answer to your question. And that's how I transitioned from options trading to futures. It's the same principle. Even when I scalp in the mornings, it's the same idea. I'm trying to find a buying algo or a selling algo right at the open and trying to hop on that wave. Sure, you can get flushed out, especially during the New York Open where it's very choppy and a lot of traps. The goal is to get out within the first hour and not get trapped too bad. Carlos, killing it, man. I'm gonna have to switch to micros and trade tonight, or you guys are gonna have to trade the house account because I'm already up on 2 trades with gold, and I can't keep adding to this. Otherwise, I'll kill myself with consistency rule. So, who wants to take a stab at the house account tonight? Does trade day have a consistency rule in eval? 30% consistency rule, Corey, on trade day. Disregard the percentages. This is a little old. I did this for a YouTube video that I made. So the percentages can be off, but everything else is right. So trade day, no activation fee, no daily loss limit on the eval, right? This is for the 50K eval. 30% consistency rule. You do have Tradeify and Project X, and 5 days to pass. All right, we talked about this channel playing out as well. Carlos, let me take a look at NQ. Well, NQ is, we talked about this a couple minutes ago. It's going back to the range from the late afternoon during New York, right? We've been pushing up, look above and fail. We attempted to push up, we flushed, but we just came right back down and we're still range bound. It's a wide range. I think once we break out of this, looking like NQ might want some additional down action. Another person, Apple ATM, Eric is the best. Good. So I'm glad to see that other people here also watch Eric. Listen, that guy, if you like that trading strategy that he uses around algos, price algos, buying algos, selling algos, price channels. I mean, you look at his charts, it's channel after channel after channel. But he's very successful trading that. So good. A couple people on the stream also know Eric and the Spy Day Trading YouTube channel. Good. Jeff, gold to 4,400. MW, who is Eric? We just opened it up. Eric is, we're talking about a day trader. He's a guy who trades SPY options. And he has a YouTube channel called Spy Day Trading. His name is Eric. And I was talking about how someone asked, how did I learn how to trade futures? And I said, hey, I was trading options. I learned how to trade options using Eric's strategy. And all I did was transition that style of trading over to futures in a shorter time frame, in a scalping time frame. And that's the essence of my trading. Of course, I've added some other toys like the 20, the 200 SMA, pivot points. But you still see me play channels. Today's gold trades were all based on channels. If you take a look at, let's hop on gold again. I was watching this algo right here. I shorted the top. We got the flush. And I got some nice green there. Then I was watching this flush. Quantower gives you what's called a linear regression channel. So I'm watching on my other chart on Quantower, the regression channel forming, and all I'm looking for is the bottom. That's why I attempted to long the bottom, got flushed, but I knew the pivot point was right around, where did we say the pivot point was? 290 area. That's where I added to that and got out and made some nice money today on gold with 2 trades. Although this one flushed it out of that channel towards the pivot point. The pivot point did provide the bounce, and that's why I didn't panic too much there. All right, back to NQ. I want to stay away from gold. I've played enough with gold today. King Caesar in the house. Joseph's, I find it interesting when selling happens. It's not sellers, it's control selling by the buyers to grab liquidity. Yeah. And that's why you're going for liquidity zones, right? Pivot points. You know, we talk about pivot points. What is a pivot point? It's a support and resistance area, right? It's liquidity zone. So you can call it support and resistance, supply and demand, liquidity, pivot points. I'm sure ICT has its own names for it. The market is just hunting liquidity. Buying or selling, whatever it is. King Caesar passed 3 funded today, got 10 funded total now. Nice. Quantum, 1157, Goldman Sachs and Bank of America telling clients gold is headed towards 5,000 soon. You know, it's crazy, man. I don't know what's going on with gold. I've asked the question a couple times in the chat. You know, yes, if you look at DXY and the relationship there with gold, but why is gold headed to the moon? What's going on in the economy? Usually, gold is a money is moved to gold if there is uncertainty, if potential bad times are ahead of us or coming. I don't know. This insane bullish run on gold is insanity. A safe haven, right? Hushal, it's the 9th week green, and I heard someone saying it has only happened 3 times still date in history. 3 times till date in history. Crazy. All right. King Caesar also passing some funded accounts. Nicely done, brother. MW anticipating more bad times, I guess, or overblown. All right. All right, guys. Well, gold took a plunge, came down to that pivot point. If you take a look at my 15-minute chart, this is my 5-minute, my 15, and my 30. But you can see we pushed above the blue line, which is the pivot point. It was a look above and fail. It tried to stay above and then finally flushed down. We've seen this now 3 or 4 nights in a row. A pivot point to pivot point on gold during Asia during this session while I'm streaming. There's something about pivot points with gold. They just are, it's like the law of attraction, liquidity, move all the way down to that pivot point and a bounce. This is where I started my that long position that got flushed down to the pivot point, and I added there. But these pivot points on gold are insane. Quantum 1157, U.S. under Trump made it clear it doesn't care about being the world's policeman anymore. So Europe, Middle East caught off guard. Good for gold. Got it. MW, temporal patterns don't last. I agree. You ride the wave and get out quickly. Corey's killing it, man. See, I don't have that many accounts funded. FSP fan, I have 3 funded, nearly blown, nearly blow. Okay. Well, try to save them. Use some micros. Try to save them. All right, guys. Good evening. Good evening to everyone who's tuning in tonight. Two trades on gold in the green. One of them was a nail biter on that flush, and now we're trying to see what gold is going to do. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ playing around in his range that it's been in. It's a 100-point range going back to this afternoon. Corey, I blew my first 3 TPT accounts on Friday. Oh, hey, man, we've all been there. September 1st. I have nightmares about September 1st. I blew 27 or 28 accounts on stream live. That was my last blowout. And I haven't brought my numbers back up to 21. To 20 or more accounts. I only have 7 sim funded accounts right now. I have not added any yet. I think this weekend I'm ready to add some more straight to funded. I think I'm okay now with my trading again. But September 1st was brutal for me. But October, I've had a good run with payouts. So Chris Tran, 27 is a huge, yeah. I haven't fully recovered in terms of getting them all back on board. I only have seven straight to funded right now. And I should have some more past evals by the end of the week or by tomorrow. And I'm going to add some more straight to funded. So I'm going to be adding some prop shop straight to funded this weekend. I want to bring up my straight to funded to 10. I've taken 2 payouts since September 1st on the straight to funded. So I think this weekend I'm ready. We'll see. Carlos, if this breaks on NQ, watch. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Let me take a look at NQ here. What do we got on NQ? NQ, if you take a look at NQ here, let's take a look at the 15-minute here. This is that level the bottom of that range that we're watching right now. If we start breaking down below that, next pivot point, 684, would be the next area of support. You see it here on the 30-minute chart. We're right around here at 742. This 650 area, if it breaks, that's the next area it would come down to. Kushal, brother, check Perdia before you buy. Yeah, I'm going to be adding some straight to funded from multiple props, Kushal. Perdia is on my list. This week, I hope to be adding quite a few straight to funded, and I'll add some more evals to my mix. It took me a while to buy more, only because I wasn't confident. I was going through a little up and downs, up and downs, up and downs. I think I'm back, so we'll see. King Caesar, ego kills accounts. Yeah, man. Refusing to take the loss. King Caesar, the best for me is just to build them and alternate accounts for me to diversify risk. I've been thinking about it. I may separate props moving forward. I haven't done it yet. I still trade all of them at the same time, but I may start breaking them down into 2 or maybe 3 groups. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Quantum. Look how U.S. tried to float the idea of perpetual bonds to China and Japan. Self-control, self-discipline, learning we can't win every day. We can't force wins or extra funds on a day. Yep. When it's good, go hard. Quantum trading is 80% psychology and emotional control, 20%. I think that number could be as high as 90% psychology and emotional control. I think at least most of the times when I lose or when I lose big, it's not the strategy. It's me breaking my rules. It's me going into emotional trading or tilt. If I stick to the strategies, stick to a stop, whether it's a manual stop or a set stop, the losses wouldn't be bad. All right, let's take a look at Goldilocks. Lately, it's been my savior. Goldilocks just came down to that pivot point and bounced. Look at that. Look at that craziness. It's done that night after night. Hits a pivot point and reverses. King Caesar, respect your rules. Oh, man. I wish I had a way of hard locking my rules and just not messing with them. Jesse, like I said the other day, I need a babysitter. It wouldn't be a bad idea. But then I'd have the lady on top of me every day. You're losing, or close the laptop. You got enough profit. All right, so Goldilocks coming to that 200 SMA. We bounced at the pivot point, came right to that 200 SMA and finding a little bit of resistance there. I just can't push my luck anymore with gold. I think I've had a good night. One of them was a nail biter. That last trade was a nail biter here with this flush, trying to long in that falling knife at the pivot point. Self-sabotage is the worst. You hear me? One more, last one. Yep. CB, short and gold right here. All right, guys, I will be right back. All right. All right, let's take a look at NQ. And remember, guys, the chat account or the community account is also available for you guys to trade. If there's anybody new tuned in and listening and asking what the hell is a chat account, I'm showing the chat or the community account right now on the stream. This is for you guys to trade. This is a account that you, the viewers, can trade at any time. You can come into the chat and say, hey, let's put a trade on the community account, and you can trade any instrument, NQ, ES, micros or minis, gold, whatever you want, Nikkei. Just let me know your entry, your stop, and your take profit, and you guys can trade that account as well. So that is the explanation on the chat account. The chat account is currently up $640. Nicholas Gomez, I don't know if he's tuned in tonight, but he actually took a nice trade this morning on the New York session. So there you go. That is the chat account. I'm currently up a little more than I expected. Pushed my consistency rule. I'm up $2,900 tonight with 2 gold trades, 1 short and 1 long, 1 nail biter long on that pivot point, and done. Maybe I'll buy an eval or something to trade, but that's what we got so far. So and let's watch NQ. Let's get my eyes off of gold. Gold is dangerous. Dangerous. Order rejected. Long gold full port entry now. Cooper, all the easy money got time for ice cream. Actually, my son was at my son just got some ice cream. George Panos, gold about to rip back to highs. Yep, man. NQ, again, NQ's taking a break right now. So let's take a look at gold, which continues to move. Gold is just ripping. That's a crazy bounce. It bounced at two. This was my last entry there, 293 all the way up to 352, 50 points. That's insane money right now. George Panel's going long on gold, looking for 40 points. Nice. Zach, I can't hold because I'll kill my consistency rule. So with prop firms, you're tied to a consistency rule. You can't make too much, otherwise you got to make a lot more. So even if I wanted to hold, I'm already up, what, 2,900 for the night? I already pushed my consistency rule on some of these a little more than I wanted to. Yeah, no, Zach, I get it, man. If we held... Zach, do you trade gold during the New York session? I haven't traded gold during New York on stream yet. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm going to lock these accounts in for tonight. Maybe what I'll do is buy a couple evals and trade in the morning some evals only. I'm not trading sim funded. I'm done for the week. But maybe tomorrow what I'll do is trade some evals only during New York. And maybe look at gold. Gold had a... I was taking a look at... Kushal, it is Friday tomorrow. Well, for me, it's only 7:39 in Arizona. So it's not Friday yet. It's almost there. But for tomorrow, what I'll do is trade evals because I can't put more profit on these sim funded. But what I looked at gold today, let's go back to this morning's open. Gold had a 30-minute opening range breakout play. A clean 30-minute opening range breakout. If we take a look at the 30-minute on gold, what's today? The 16th. This was last night's trading. Here we go. 6:30. Right here, this candle. This is the 9:30 to 10 a.m. candle. So the 30-minute break on, in other words, the 10 a.m. candle, when they broke out, that was a clean break to the upside after that 30-minute opening range breakout. I did that play on NQ live today, but on gold, it was even juicier. This is Peter Chan's move, doing the 30-minute opening range breakout. That was a clean, I think it was like 10 points on that one. So tomorrow what I'll do is maybe try gold during the New York session. Joseph made 525 on gold, but lost them to NQ this morning. Crazy. Yeah, NQ was brutal this morning. Let's take a look at my trading this morning. I tried to get it done within the first hour, which means I'm going to be trading the riskiest, most volatile time. Most people will say, hey, wait for an hour afterwards, or wait till 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. and then trade. I just need to get it done within the first hour so I can do other things throughout the day. But today's open, this is, what time is this? This is the 16th. Oh no, this is the gold trade. So let's hop on to NQ. Today's open, let's take a look at today's open trade. Here we go. Oh, right here. Ugh. Look at that chop. So, of course, if you're going to trade the New York Open, you're not going to get easy plays. You're going to get quick movements, but you're going to get stuck in chop for the most part. And that was the open. It caught me in some nasty chop. Finally got out in a short and walked out in a green today. But look at this chop. I finally called it once they flushed out of that range and caught a nice little short there. But then the play happened afterwards. After I ended the stream, as usual. Now it's what? 11 a.m. New York. That's usually when the market finally does a play. Lately, it's waiting an hour or two after the open to make the play. And look at that. Push up and then right back down. So I only traded within the first hour and I was done. Walked out in the green, but it was a chop. It was a mess. And then if we fast forward, I don't think I've taken any trades on NQ after today's open. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, I took this short today during Asia, and then this long right when I started streaming. And this was last night. So I only take a couple trades. I'm not trading too much for the most part. All right, let's watch NQ. Is NQ moving? Okay, NQ's tested this low 3 times now. Pushed up, tested, pushed up, tested, and now it looks like it's going to break out. PR77, does London close around 11 a.m.? I'm assuming you're talking about 11 a.m. Eastern? Brickle, crypto trader, what's up, brother? Yeah, I don't know what time London closes. Corey, got 2 take profit traders with your code, brother. Look at you, man. You're just building those prop firm accounts. Love it, man. By the way, Corey, what are you using to copy trade? Or do you copy trade? Coop, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. That's the London close. Got it. All right, guys. Who wants to keep me out of trouble trading tonight and locking in this profit? Who's going to trade the house account tonight? House account is available. That way, I lock in my profit and not do anything silly. Oh, Corey, you're on Tradesyncer too. Good, good, good. DJ NYC, what's up, brother? JT1111, what's going on, brother? Jesse, some cinnamon toast crunch. You're reminding me of my younger days. Cinnamon toast crunch. That's the best. That and Captain Crunch. Probably one of my favorite cereals. Frosted Flakes, Tony the Tiger, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Captain Crunch. Those were the good old days. John Bergeron, what's up, brother? JT1111, man, congrats. You got your first ever payout after trading futures for 6 months. Nice, man. Congrats. That's a huge step, bro. That's the beginning of better things to come. Chad, good to see you, brother. John, as usual, trading at 35K feet. He's up in the air. Thanks, brother. There was a lot of blown evals, but things are looking up. Yeah, man. I was sharing my story. I came into futures props in 2023. I started with Topstep. I haven't traded Topstep in quite some time. But I got to tell you, the money that I gave Topstep in blown accounts and combines was, they probably milked me the most. Then after I started getting payouts, uh, props haven't gotten too much from me. Payouts have made it profitable for me with a lot of these props. But Topstep, I remember going through the blown account stage with Topstep. Blew account after account. I remember when I passed my first Topstep eval. I don't know. I don't remember if it was a 50K or a 150K. I'm assuming it was a 50K. That was in late 2023. I got my first express, first time on futures prop firms, again with Topstep. Passed it, got my first express. Guess how long it took me to blow it? The next day. I blew it the first day I was trading it. But then you get to payouts, and then you start copy trading, and then you get big payouts. So good stuff, man. Good stuff coming ahead of you. Nima, on a 150K Topstep combine, how many micros can you trade? Let's take a look. I haven't traded Topstep in quite some time, but I believe it's 15 and 150, isn't it? Could be wrong. So it should be the equivalent in micros of minis. So you can trade 15 contracts, 15 minis, so it should be 150 micros. But I'm not 100% sure. I haven't traded Topstep in a while. Yep, there you go. King Caesar, 150 micros. So most of the times when you see 15 minis with a prop firm, they allow you to trade 15 minis or 100 or 10 times that amount in micros. Charles, man, I got a huge win myself. So congratulations on your huge win with gold. Done for the day, logged out, no more trading, new rule. Yeah, same here, man. I walked out in the green right as I started the stream. I was already up on this short here. In other words, I took 2 trades on gold tonight. This short on this channel and got the nice little flush there. And then this long at the pivot point or at the bottom of this channel did flush me down a little bit. And locking it in. 2,900 bucks in the green tonight. Not trading. That's the rule, man. You're up, lock it in. No reason. You don't have to prove anything. So good stuff, Charles. Brickle, gold to 5,000. Nice, brother. Well, who wrote earlier? Somebody said earlier that Bank of America and I forgot which other bank is already calling gold to 25,000. So we'll see. King Caesar, so on combines, you can over leverage if you want, but once funded, you should not. I agree. Corey is up on his Bulenox funded 200 bucks. Look at you, brother. Working that copy trader. Love it. All right, now the question is, where is my phone? Where is my phone? I'll be right back, guys. Chad, you're right, brother. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I think the mic was off, so you guys should hear me now. All right, let's see. Let's see who else is. Bo Vosh, 30 trillion market cap at 4,300 gold. Crazy. Corey's already up 745 with his 50% consistency. So you're done for the week? Yeah, man. It's good. Thursday and you're done for the week. Lock it in, baby. Nicely done. All right, guys, while we're watching price action tonight, if you're enjoying the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:30, 9:45 p.m. Eastern. And for those of you degens that trade nasty Nasdaq during the New York Open, I also live stream in the mornings, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Tonight, I'm locking it in. But I'll be watching price action. The house account is available for you guys to trade. I might have to trade it tonight. That could be trouble, though. Let's take a look at the chat account. Chat account or the community account is up. About 600 bucks in the green. But it's got a long way to go. We need some brave souls to trade the house account tonight. Anybody here only trade Asia, by the way? Is there anybody here that only trades Asia? Kushal, you only trade Asia? Is that for work reasons or you just like the price action for Asia? John Sandala? Okay. You trade Asia as well. And the same question, are you guys trading Asia just because of work reasons and schedule, or you prefer the price action during Asia? Running with the bulls, I have the best luck with Asia. Zach. Fighting futures, the house account should be long 1 micro gold on all pullbacks with a 5-point stop. Corey, I'm thinking house account we go long at 43.71. You tell me, brother. The house account is the only account that I have no say in. I don't comment. I don't have an opinion. You guys trade it. Zach, 9 to 5. Asia is less stressful anyways. Yeah, especially with the way gold moves at night. I think Asia is good. Healthier Health, 14.98 on gold. God bless, man. Good stuff. Zach wants to trade house account for 1 mini short NQ. All right, let's hop on the chat account. All right, chat account. House account for 1 mini short NQ. 1 mini short at market price, stop 775. All right, so you want me to enter 1 mini right now short, Zach? Am I reading this right? All right, we're going to enter on the house account courtesy of Zach. One short right now on NQ. And you got to stop at 775. So there's your stop. And what's your target, Zach? $785. Oh, the 200 SMA is a red line. So you want 785 stop. All right. What's your target, Zach? 701. All right. Let's see. 701 target. All right, there's your target. So there's your setup. And Corey, you want to go long on gold? So give me your setup on gold, minis or micros, Corey, and I'll take it on the house account. Corey, I don't think I've seen your 5 micros. Got it. Okay, so you want, Corey, you want 5 micros gold now, long? Just market order long? All right. So we're going in long on 5 micros on the house account. Your target is 43.74. So we're selling there. What's your stop? What's your stop, Corey? 43.45. Is that what I read? Okay, 43.45 is your stop. You got it. All right, there's the setup on gold micros on the house account. So we have gold and we currently have NQ, right? We have an NQ short and we have a gold long on the house account tonight. All right, so we got a long on gold, courtesy of Corey on the house account. And we have a short on NQ, courtesy of Zach. Let's see if the house account can make some money tonight. Thanks to you guys. And let me hop back on my charts and see if I can split this screen. Hold on for 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can split this screen on the house account. There we go. All right, let's see how this looks now. All right, I'm gonna have to do something here. Hold on. I'll have to fix it for tomorrow. I'll have it ready for tomorrow. All right. Gold long on the house account and NQ short. Peter Chan, what's up, brother? Healthier health. What does ChatGPT say about trading gold right now? All right, let me try that in a second. Let's go to gold. Let's go to ChatGPT and see what we have for tonight. So let's grab a screenshot of gold. Let's give it some. Let's turn off. Hold on for a second. Let me turn off my trades for a second. Let me take off my. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Quantower, those red arrows and green arrows, those are my trades. But since we're going to ask ChatGPT, I'm turning them off so that it gets a good visual. All right, I'll let you guys know in a second. Let's take a look at the house account. Actually, let's do this real quick. All right, let's hop on to ChatGPT. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. This is what ChatGPT says. I've got you. I'm going to give you one clean long plan and one clean short plan. All right, so a long and a short off what's on this 1 minute gold chart plus exact trigger stops targets. You pick the first plan whose conditions appear. All right, quick read of your chart. Big liquidation leg, V bottom, strong impulse up, two bullish candles, now grinding up under around a 200 SMA with 920 EMAs riding price. That's classic either break and go or reject and fade at the 200 SMA. Plan A preferred, break and go long. Use if you see a 1 minute close above the 200 SMA, blah, 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 blah. Trigger. Wait for a 1 minute pullback that does not close back below the 20 SMA, which is my purple line. Enter on the break of the signal candles high, bullish engulfing, micro, higher low. If you'd rather take the retest, buy the retest at the 200 SMA from above if that holds. So in other words, it is saying the 200 SMA is my red line. Wait for the test. We are getting some bullish momentum. Wait for the test of these moving averages for the entry, but momentum is to the upside. All right, let's go back to ChatGPT. Risk. Stop a few ticks below the pullback low or below the 20 SMA by 10 to 15 ticks, whichever is lower. 1 GC, 1 tick, blah, 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 equals 10 bucks. Typical stop here at 20, 30 ticks. Targets, T1, prior swing high from the pre-pullback push, and T2, measured move, height of the last impulse leg projected from the pullback low. All right, now the fade, the short. Again, using the 200 SMA. Use this only if you see two failures above into the 200 SMA, double top, lower high, and a clean 1 minute break of the rising channel's lower rail. Exactly. With the 9 crossing down through the 20 or at least price close and below. So you need that for that short to trigger. Enter on the break of the channel's lower rail or the bear engulfing that closes below both EMAs. Stop the failure high by 10 to 15 ticks or above the 200 SMA. That makes sense. All right, so there you go. For those of you that asked ChatGPT's breakdown, you got it. Now, I don't know if I'll take a ChatGPT trade, but there you go. All right, let's go back to the chat account. What is the chat account? Ooh, the chat account is up. Look at this. Chat account is about to hit TP. How's it doing on that mic on the NQ trade? Also in the green on NQ. Corey, look at you. Taking a win for the team there on the house account. Nice. Peter Chan, ChatGPT was very solid. Yeah. It gives you the reasoning for both sides, the long and the short. Chad M, does ChatGPT have a YouTube channel? He sounds like a good trader. I know, right? Zach, please get to stop loss to break even JC on NQ. Okay, so you want us. All right, let's watch Corey's TP here. Nicely done, Corey. Look at you. We're going to watch that one, watch that TP live here on the house account. And then let me go to NQ real quick and set that stop at break even. So you want your stop all the way down to break even, right? All right, Zach, there you go. Break even stop. Let's go back to gold. Zach, you shouldn't be stressed, Zach. It's the house account, brother. Don't worry about it. It could take losses. It could take wins. Don't worry. That's the whole point of the house account. Sam PFT, have you tried out the new AI for trade advice, Trade GPT? I have not, but I was impressed on this this breakdown for gold futures. All right, guys, in the meantime, if you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Win, lose, or draw. And right now, the house account is in a long with 5 micros targeting 374. Thanks to Corey bringing in some green for the house account. Tutor Trader, welcome to the stream. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Anybody who's new to the stream, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't be strangers. Hop on the chat. Let us know where you're tuned in from, where you're watching from. We got a nice little community growing here in the chat. Feel free to hop on, give us your ideas, your trading style, all that good stuff. Fighting Futures, I like your style. I think I agree with Fighting Futures. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. All right, we're waiting for a TP hit on gold here. Tutor Trader from Texas. Nice, brother. Welcome to the stream. All right, looking juicy. We're gonna have to zoom this in for Corey. Zoom that bad boy in. Whoa, there it goes. Come on, push. Push, Goldilocks. Let's go for Corey right here. Jeff Koski, I take it there. I don't make decisions on the house account. I leave it up to the chat or whoever's taking the trade route. All right, Corey wants to take the profit. Let's close this bad boy. All right, there you go. Nice little win for the house account. Nicely done, Corey. Nicely done. Congrats. That was a beautiful trade with minimal drawdown. Very minimal trade on that trade. Nicely done, Corey. Very nice trade. Very nice. 54. You captured almost 20 points on that, brother. On gold. Congrats, man. Very nice trade. Corey, I don't trade with a stop loss. Same here, brother, but I can't say that out loud. I use manual stop. Gets me in trouble sometimes, but it is what it is. Felix, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's hop on to NQ now. We are still... what happened here? NQ short. Zach, was your trade supposed to close? I'm a little... Oh, this is your break-even trade, right? Kushal, mental stop till order rejected. I agree, man. Mental stops. I've gotten better. I've put stops lately. I've done it for you guys. I've put some stops on my trades lately. Corey killing it with that trade. Nice, brother. All right, am I on live chat? Did I miss somebody? Tutor trade. Tutor, the chat, and for anybody who's new to the stream, the chat or community account, what you're looking at the screen right now, that account is for you guys to trade. I don't trade that account at all. I don't touch it. I don't make decisions. I don't give opinions. That's for you guys. So anybody on the stream or anybody that's tuned in and chatting can trade the house account. It's a 150K eval right now. Hopefully you guys can get it to the sim funded stage. But you guys trade it. All you have to do is hop on the chat. Let me know what instrument. Do you want to trade micros? Do you want to trade minis? How many? Your entry, your stop loss, and your TP. Corey just gave us a nice little trade there with gold. 5 micros, capturing close to 20 points. But he's one of the viewers. He's one of our community members here, and that's for you guys to take. All right, the house account getting stopped out at break even. Let me close that. Let me make sure I'm closing all the stops and TPs on every single one of them. MNQ and gold here. All right. Jesse James just caught a ripper on NQ with his super trail. Nicely done. Let's. I know we've been talking a lot about gold because it moves crazy, but let's take a look at gold now. All right, let's take a look at my charts now. Where is gold? Still in the range, huh? Corey, yes, the goal is 9K. And without going over too many details, we'll worry about it when we get there. Once the account gets into the sim funded stage, and if it gets to payout, the payout is for those who trade it. I have no interest in that payout. So that is for the community that trades it. Again, once we get there, we'll worry about the details, but big picture, that's the plan with the community account. You guys trade it, you guys get it to payout, you guys get your payout. Divvied up, but it's for the community. All right, NQ looking like it wants to push out of this low of the range. And GC, what is gold doing? Corey, yeah, good. I think you got a great cover there. I think you covered right on time, at least for That little pullback, that doesn't mean it can't go further up, but I like your cover. You got some nice green for the house account. Nicely done. All right, Tudor Trader. Hold on for a second. Short gold at 43.59, stop at 43.68, target 43.24. Okay, target. Tudor Trader. I just need to know how many minis or how many micros you want to take on that trade. I'll be happy to set it up. Tudor Trade, I just need to know, again, the amount of micros or minis that you're looking to trade on gold, and I'll set it up. Minis 2. Okay, so let's hop on to gold minis. You want to do 2 minis on gold. Short gold at 43.59. All right, so you want to sell at 43.59. Your TP is 43.24. Again, all of these trades, I do have to close them when I end the stream. Tradeify is not the best with bracket orders, and we already had a blown account with a TP and a stop left overnight, and it did not play out well. So, fortunately, it's not the best. All right, there's your, is that your setup? 43.59 short on 2 minis. Target 43.24. I think that's right. Once we get filled, I'll add your stop. Tudor, you don't want it now? Okay. Tudor Trader, your charts are different. We're on the gold Z5 contract. All right, until you figure out how you want to trade it, Tudor, I'm going to cancel your trade. King Caesar, are you hinting you want to take a trade on the house account, brother? No, only if we get power now. All right, let's take a look at my charts again. Gold coming back to these highs that during the Globex Open, right? Corey, you took the trade that you did because we won't get momentum till about London. Hey, man, I think you took a beautiful trade, so nicely done. All right, gold. Looking at like it wants to take a pullback here. This channel probably needs to be redrawn, updated. There's the bottom of that channel. Tutor Trader, no, I canceled your order. You let me know if you still want it. All right, Edgar Leon, 1 NQ entry. $24,762. You want a mini or a micro? Tutor Trader, yeah, my charts are 1 minute time frame, correct. Okay, so you want to do 1 mini? All right, 762. Your TP is 831, so you're going for a long at 762. All right, let's set that up. So you're going for a long on at 762. All right, you just got in long there, and your target is 831. All right, you're going 831 here. And what's your stop again? Your stop is 731. All right, Edgar Leon giving us a play with 1 mini, entering at 762, targeting 831, stop at 731, playing the bottom of that range as his stop. There you go. Appreciate you, Edgar. All right, what is Goldilocks doing? Goldilocks wants to continue to pump up. Corey, are you wanting to take another house account trade to all-time highs on the house account? Is that what you're telling me? King Caesar, personally not trading this as I don't trust any of the price action. Yeah, I like I said, I'm locking in my profit, so no more trades for me tonight. The stars will be you guys trading the house account. All right, currently the house account is in a trade on NQ with one mini entering at 762 with a stop at 731. And that long is targeting 831 or the current session high. Actually, not the session high. Life is good. Hi. Take profit account blown. Will it reset to new on rebuild date? Correct. Yes. King Caesar telling us this could trap both ways. Tutor Trader JC, you're in gold country. Go find some. I wish I could. Yeah, I heard there's a lot of gold out here. Actually, a buddy of mine goes out to the desert, gold on his search for gold every weekend. I don't know if I'm interested in that little adventure yet. Jose Aguilar, it's pretty rough right now. All right, NQ. Corey, what's your order? Corey, give me the breakdown of your order and I'll put it in. Yeah, I heard there's a couple of guys out here in Arizona that are on their gold hunt. All right, Corey wants a gold micro two micros. You want two micros set to buy at 43.74. Let me go to gold with micros. And you want 4374.2. And you want to buy how many micros? Two, right? Two micros? And you're going for 43.80. All right, I think I have your order. I just need to know your stop once we get filled. Oh, all right. How is that NQ? Ooh, NQ taking a plunge here. Might get stopped out on the house account on NQ. Not yet. Still got ways to go. All right, Corey, you're just going to have to let me know once we get filled what your stop is on the house account. Ooh, I think we got stopped out on NQ. Yep, stopped out on that long. NQ stopped out, so closing that position. Although I think that was the test. I think you got a stop hunt run on that play. We'll see. We'll see if they break down. Edgar Leo, a nice trade. Although I do think that unless they break down, and we've seen this a couple times where they literally flush, grab the stop, and then the idea you had takes into effect. But nice trade. Unfortunately, unlucky there with the stop. All right, let's go to Corey. Once we get filled, where's your stop? $43.63 is your stop. All right, I'll make a note of that. All right, let's take a look at NQ. Did NQ bounce on that? No, it didn't. Okay. So I think your risk there, Edgar, was perfect. If it's going to flush below that, you don't want to take all that drawdown. So good risk management on that trade. All right, guys, while we wait for gold to get the entry on the chat account, if you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. Things have slowed down a little bit, and gold is very tight range. And what about NQ? NQ looks like it wants to dump below that range that we were looking at. Edgar, I got you, man. Don't worry about it. The key is you had good risk management there and not risking the flush below this range. So it could go either way still. It could give the bounce, or they can flush from here. We'll see. But there's no reason to risk or take more drawdown waiting to find out. So, good stop. Fahad Al-Sharif, what's up, brother? And there's the flush on NQ. Gold. Sam, you think gold will retrace back 300 points in the next few days? It's due for a pullback, right? Life is good. Bull flag on gold. Well, that was what Corey is banking on. He's banking on that bull flag to come up, fill him at 43.74 with a target of 43.80 on that bull flag breakout. Let's see. Tutor Trader, JC, I'm thinking about streaming trading. Any advice? Start Tutor Trader. The fact that you're thinking about it means you like YouTube, you want to create a community and all that stuff. Don't think about it. Just start. It'll be sloppy at the beginning. Don't worry about other people. You know, you're going against people that have been doing this 6, 7, 8 years. I'm only 3 months in live streaming. But get started. It's don't look at it as a quick thing. YouTube is at least 3 to 4 years to see the results. Treat it as a business, is what I would say. And just like any other business, it's not going to happen in 1 month or 2 months. It's going to take years. But just do it. Get started. That's my advice, buddy. Don't delay it. Just get started. King Caesar, are you asking me? I use OBS. I use OBS for streaming and for the videos that I make on YouTube. Corey, I'm going to start streaming when I get back to 10 funded and at least 2 TPT accounts. There you go, brother. What I tell everybody is YouTube is not a 2-month, 3-month thing. It's years. There's guys that have been doing this 6, 7, 8 years, and that's how long it's taken them to blow up finally. So treat it as a business. Don't worry about others. Just compete against yourself. King Caesar, one day I want to join you. Yeah, man. All you need is, if you know how to get on Zoom call, if you know how to get on Discord, I can put you on easy. You don't even need OBS. You don't need any fancy gadgets. If you can hop on a Discord call or if you can hop on a Zoom call, you can hop on this stream. That's how easy it is. I think the community would enjoy. All right, guys, I'm getting in. I'm getting in. Getting out. Scaling out. Scaling out. Going long 30 contracts long. Scaling out. Scaling out. All right, things have slowed down. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ still trying to figure out what it wants to do with this range. And go. Oh, Goldilocks waking up. All right, Corey, here we go, brother. And what was Corey's stop? I know I wrote it somewhere. 43.63 is your stop, right, Corey? Edgar, hey man, that's what it does. When I looked at your, okay, hold on, we're gonna get filled. When I looked at your stop, I did think that the stop was needed a little more of a breathing, and I'll show you why. But that doesn't mean it's going to go up. I think the risk management was right. Let me wait for Corey's entry here, and I'll take a look at your NQ long. All right. Corey's playing the breakout out of this range, the blue flag. And the stop is going to be at 43.63, right? And we're waiting. Almost getting filled there. All right. So now I'm setting a stop, 43.63. There's your stop, Corey, right? 4063.5. All right, let's go back to NQ real quick. Edgar, no, I think your stop was solid. We still haven't pushed up. That's the problem with NQ though. If you use the prior lows, you got to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. But in this case, we still don't know if they're going to push up. So I think you managed your risk fine, Edgar. All right, let's look at this breakout. Another trade from Corey tonight on gold. King Caesar, all right, brother, have a good one. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Let me catch up with the chat here. EC Drive. EC Drive, hello, back at it. I got a day job now, so I'm going to be here with you all every night from now on. Good to have you back here, brother. Welcome to the stream. Edgar Leon, no. Did NQ rock it? I did it again, didn't I? Oh, little stop, punt, run, and then the bounce as usual. What happened here? All right, hold on. Let me fix this again. I always screw this up. Give me a second, guys. All right. Let's take a look at that. There you go. Perfect. All right. We're back. Corey, you're about to hit your TP again. Look at you, man. You're on fire tonight. EC Drive, one whole point on GC is $100. One mini, 1 point, $100. All right, here goes Corey's trade. Look at you, brother. Look at you, man. Corey's on fire tonight. Corey, you gotta hop on the stream, brother. Nice trade, man. And by the way, you guys know that we've had a couple guests, right? Jesse, you guys get to see Jesse a couple times a week now. He's one of the guests here on the stream. We've had Shark Trends, but listen, if you guys want to hop on the stream with me, whether it's audio or you want to do video and audio, you're welcome to hop on the stream. I'm opening it to everyone. The idea is to give the community, just like you see different trades and different style of trading here. If you want to hop on and want to share your strategy and talk about your journey and where you are with your futures trading, Listen, don't be afraid. This is not a stream to flex and claim that we're the best or anything like that. It's let's have fun trading. If any of you guys want to hop on and be a guest, and like I said, share your trading style with the community, talk about your journey, just let me know. You can drop me a note here in the chat or in the Discord, but don't be afraid. Good stuff, Corey. I know we got Coop's got some personal things going on, but holy cow, what happened here with gold? Look at this gold. What the? Gold's on a rampage. Coop, I know, is got some personal things he's taking care of, but he's going to be the next guest as well. So we'll have another guest pretty soon. And like I said, it's open for you guys. Corey, look at that push. Jesus. Peter Chan, I just lost 5K on my NQ in my eval and made back 51, 40, 55 grand trading GC with 15 contracts. Dude, gold at night is no joke. I got to tell you, man. That's why I'm not trading. Gold pushing new all-time high. Yep. I mean, it's going for it. What is it? 43.92? Peter, I know the feeling, man. I took 2 trades tonight. And I can't push my consistency rule anymore with gold. Look at this. I shorted this little channel here, and then I almost got killed here, longing the bottom of this channel. They flushed it to the pivot point. I didn't go too crazy. I added 2 contracts down there at the pivot point and recovered. And yeah, I'm walking out with 2,900 with gold. Gold is just dangerous. That's why I'm not trading anymore. I'm locking in the profit. I don't think I'll even trade tomorrow. Well, I may have to open a new account and trade an eval tomorrow morning, but locking in the straight to funded. All right, gold all-time highs again during the Asia session. Crazy. Edgar Leon, gold, 9 consecutive days bullish, 30 million market cap records. Yeah, man. I keep asking, does anybody know why gold is rallying this crazy? What's going on? Why is everyone pushed? Why are institutions and moving their money to gold right now? And they're still buying it at these highs. They bought it at 4,100. They bought it at 4,200. And they keep buying this. Peter Chan, 5 grand, 5 grand gold, 15 contracts. NQ is a terrible night. Yeah, let's take a look at NQ. What is NQ doing? NQ gave that flush, pushed right back up, and just hovering down here at these lows. I'm not touching NQ. All right, let's go back to Goldilocks. Goldilocks going to the moon. Gold becoming the preferred instrument during Asia. It just moves. You'll know pretty quickly if you got a bad trade. All right, let's take NQ's hanging out down there. Let's take a look at gold, I guess, about to hit all-time highs. What is it, 43.92? Nima, good night to you all. I'm going to leave before I give back my profit. Great strategy. That's why I'm not even touching another trade. After my nail biter long down there, walking out in the green, locking it in, I'm not touching anything tonight. So that's a good move, Nima. Lock it in. Don't trade it. Corey, you said you've only been trading futures 6 months. Is that what you said? 8 months, I think you said. Nima, for real, it happened too many times. Yep. You keep saying one more trade, and that trade kills you. So do the right thing. Lock it in. It's Friday tomorrow. You technically locked in the day for Friday as well. So no need to trade even tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. That's what I'm doing. All right, here goes gold for that 43.92 push. Another all-time high during the Asia session. Crazy. All right, Nima, have a good night. Joseph, no, man. I got to buy an eval tomorrow. I won't do it tonight. I'll buy an eval tomorrow morning or a couple evals and trade them in the morning. But I'm locking in the straight to funded. I should have bought them as soon as I got that green when I started streaming tonight, but I'll buy a few for tomorrow morning. And then this weekend, I'm adding some new straight to funded accounts. I'm going to follow Peter Chan's advice with Prop Shop, and I'm going to be adding some Prop Shop straight to funded this weekend. I think finally I'm back in my groove, so I'll be adding some more accounts, some more straight to funded accounts this weekend. Pyatt will be at 4,400 soon. Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. NQ rising. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ's playing dirty tricks, man. It's been at this level, hinting a breakout to the downside. They look below and fail. They pushed it back, but now they're back in this little chop zone right here. Joseph, you have Prop Shop. How do you like Prop Shop? I know Peter speaks great things about them, so that's my next one. Yeah, I'm gonna give Prop Shop a shot this weekend. I'm gonna add a few. But I think I'm gonna continue to cheat my way to payout with straight to funded and not mess with evals too much. All right, let's take a look at gold. Yep, I was not given the push for all-time high yet. Running with the Bulls. I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. All right, good luck. Enjoy the weekend running with the Bulls. All right, guys. Looks like a couple trades on the house account. Net green tonight. Corey with 2 winning trades. We got a little NQ stop hunt run here and got stopped out with good risk management as well on that trade. All right, guys, while we figure out what price action or what NQ and gold are going to do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:30, 9:45 p.m. Eastern, and Monday through Friday for you Nasdaq degens in the New York session, 9:15 a.m. Eastern for the New York Open. Tonight, I locked it in pretty early. Literally, as soon as I started streaming, I took a questionable long on that gold flush and locking in close to $3,000, which pushed my consistency rule up a bit. But we'll deal with it next week. Definitely not trading any of my straight to funded tomorrow for Friday's open. So I'll see if I can open maybe an eval or two. Otherwise, I'm in locking in the profit and enjoying the weekend mode. Peter Chan, when the 2-minute Heikinashi changes to green, he's going to go long on GC. Corey, hey JC with Bulenox, if I took my payout on Monday, why is it still in my balance and not deducted? You requested your payout on Monday. Why is it still? I would send them an email. Usually they're not that delayed. That's Friday now. I wouldn't trade it, though. Don't trade it until you get it deducted, though. iJazzM, did you look into Lucid straight to funded? Yes, I do have one Lucid straight to funded. I'm going to be adding some more. Like I said, this weekend I'm adding some straight to funded accounts. I'm adding more Prop Shop and more Lucid. I also want to give, is it Perdia? I've heard, is it Perdia? Yeah, Perdia has straight to funded as well. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. All right, Goldilocks on a holding pattern up here. And what is NQ doing? NQ holding pattern as well. EC Drive. Appreciate you, brother. That is my coffee for tomorrow morning. Oh, shoot. Talking about coffee. Peter Chan. I just remembered. Sorry, brother. I got into enjoy the day mode. Peter, I just remembered that I grabbed some coffee. I went to Starbucks after this morning stream and I was supposed to call you. All right, EC Drive. You just reminded me. I'll grab some coffee tomorrow, but I'll give you a buzz. I'll give you a buzz tomorrow, Peter. Sorry about that. iJazz. Does Lucid have static DLL in straight to funded? Actually, I have a whole breakdown on straight to funded. Hold on for a second. Whoops. Let me bring up my screen real quick while I set this up. I did a breakdown on straight to funded because lately I've chosen to cheat my way into a payout with straight to funded versus eval to sim funded, but here we go. All right, here's the cheat sheet for straight to funded 150Ks. All right, I compared the 150K straight to funded on Tradeify Lightning, Day Traders, Lucid Direct, and Tick Tick Trader. These are all 150Ks because those are the only straight to funded accounts that I buy. But you can change the numbers based on the 50 or 100 or whatever you buy. So for Lucid Direct, you asked if it's a static daily loss limit. So they have a dynamic daily loss limit. It's fixed at 3,600. But once your balance reaches 156,100 on a 150K, the DLL is 60% of the highest end of day account profit. So in other words, if you get to a payout, like when I got to a payout on this one, the 9,000, my DLL becomes 9 times 6, right? 54. So you have a 5,400 daily loss limit on that one. As your balance goes up, end of day balance goes up, your DLL goes up. Tradeify, after they realized that Lucid Direct is killing it with straight to funded, they also updated their plans September 13th. They had a fixed daily loss limit at 3,750, but they also added a dynamic daily loss limit on straight to funded. Once you reach $9,000 in profit, your daily loss limit increases to the max drawdown. So in other words, if you get to $9,000 in profit, your daily loss limit becomes your max loss limit, which is 6,000. So hopefully that answers your question, iJazz, on daily loss limits. But this is the breakdown. I did a whole breakdown. There's also a video on my YouTube. I don't just live stream. The YouTube was originally created for prop firm updates, prop firm drama. I've only been live streaming, 2-3 months now. But the content that I create on YouTube is on prop firm updates and all that stuff. This YouTube video is best straight to funded, and I break down pretty much this whole table with all the rules and little hidden details on straight to funded with Tradeify, Day Traders, Lucid Direct, and Tick Tick Trader. Of course, with all of them, you can use code JCDT for the latest discount. You get the discount and you help support the channel by using that code, JCDT. So hopefully that answers your question in terms of the daily loss limit on straight to funded. Now with Tick Tick Trader, I use the S2F Prime. Tick Tick Trader has two versions of straight to funded. I like the Prime version. I don't like the other, what do they call it? Straight to funded plus. I don't like that version, but they also have another one. All right, let's go back to the house account. Or let's go back to Goldilocks. iJazz, perfect. And Peter Chan, that's why I'm looking forward to Prop Shop. There is no daily loss limit with Prop Shop. I haven't traded with them yet. I will be opening some straight to funded accounts this weekend, and I'll keep you guys posted. Which reminds me, I got to take a look at Take Profit Trader. Remember I told you guys that I was going to challenge myself with a 25K account trading micros? I'm only trading one. I only trade 150Ks lately, but I wanted to try a 25K with Take Profit Trader, and I actually passed it today. Was it today? So I'm looking forward to next week trading a pro 25K account with only micros. That one I can't touch minis, and I play longer plays. Why is this not working? Hold on. I played longer plays with micros on the 25K, and it's, you stick with micros and you're not going crazy with scalps like minis. Those 25Ks can pay, but you got to have tight risk management. EC Drive, Take Profit Trader is the best. Yes, I agree. It's one of my favorite props right now. Tom, Bulenox is fairly new, and I'm sure they will eventually change, but that's the one good thing, is it does teach you discipline. I don't have Bulenox accounts right now, only because the 150Ks to activate to a pro account is $4.95. My only issue with Bulenox is the activation fee. They have high activation fees. So this is the prop firm review on 50Ks. The discounts, they could be wrong because I recorded this video probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. So some of these percentages on the discount could be wrong, but everything else is right. This is 50K. Bulenox, the activation fee is the only thing that gets me. Apex and Bulenox have the cheapest 50K, right? Depending on the discount, Apex at 80%, $37. Bulenox is 83% off right now, but when it was 91%, $15 for a 50K account, which is great. But once you add the activation fee, you're actually a little more expensive than Take Profit Trader, Lucid, or even TradeDay. The advantage of Take Profit Trader, Lucid, and TradeDay, there's no activation fee. So what you pay to buy their eval, that's it. You don't pay an activation fee once you pass it. Take Profit Trader has no daily loss limit on the eval stage. TradeDay, no daily loss limit on the eval stage. Lucid does. Take Profit Trader has a 50% consistency rule, which is probably one of the most flexible ones. Lucid, no consistency rule, but they do have a daily loss limit. TradeDay, 30% consistency rule with no daily loss limit. And I think most of them have Tradeify, Rhythmic, and Project X. Actually, Take Profit Trader has Rhythmic and Tradeify. TradeDay has Tradeify and Project X, no Rhythmic. And Lucid now added Tradeify, so they have Rhythmic, Tradeify, and Project X with a one-day pass, since they have no consistency rule. So each one is different. I still, in terms of eval to sim-funded accounts, I do like Take Profit Trader, but I think TradeDay and Lucid Trading are stepping it up with no activation fees. Apex, of course, the leverage, you can get 20 sim-funded accounts, but you got the tightest rules. You got a lot of rules with Apex that you got to deal with. And Bulenox, very cheap to get in, knowing that once you pass it, you got a hefty activation fee. So again, with all of them, you can use code JCDT. You get a little discount there. You help support the channel as well. But that is a quick little glimpse at 50K evals. I am going to add Tradeify, My Funded Futures, Funding Ticks. And I think there was one more I'm going to add to this review on the 50K. I'll have it for next week. So hopefully that helps. EC Drive, indeed, Take Profit Trader is the cheapest one, and you know, the flexible rule, 50% consistent rule. How many accounts can we have on TradeDay? Let me take a look here. So here is the review on evals. Take Profit Trader, Apex, Topstep, Trade Day, end of day. So max number of sim funded accounts. These are not straight to funded, just sim funded. In other words, you passed your eval. 3 for Trade Day, 5 for Topstep, obviously Apex 20, and Take Profit Trader, you can have up to 5 pro accounts. Now, I remember somebody asked earlier on straight to funded, why straight to funded? So if you can get, if you're getting yourself to a payout and you don't want to deal with the eval stage and you just want to start right off the bat with a sim funded, straight to funded or S2F accounts are a good idea if you are getting yourself to payout already. If you're still struggling, if you're still blowing accounts, hey, straight to funded accounts are not cheap, right? Even on the 50Ks, they're still expensive. A 150K straight to funded is $510 with Tradeify, $495 with day traders, $489 with Lucid Direct, and $559 with Tick Trader, depending on the discount that's going on. So these are not cheap accounts, but if you can trade those rules, by rules I mean the consistency rule, right? You have one of the tightest consistency rules on a straight to funded account compared to evals, 20% across the board. Tradeify just modified theirs, 20% for your first payout, 25% for your second payout, 30% for your third payout, but it's still a tight consistency rule for straight to funded. The catch is, well, you don't have to pass an eval. You get to your profit goal and you get a payout. So it's the balance. But if you're still blowing accounts, don't go with straight to funded. It's expensive. Super Earthman, I did 5 Take Profit Trader accounts, 25K accounts with a $1,500 draw, got them to $2,500 balance, and each copy traded. Then I added and got 12 funded next 50K accounts with 25 a draw, and copy traded all 17. Nice, Super Earthman. Nice job. Tom, great stream, by the way. Appreciate you. Third time here. I don't usually chime in, but any help I can give for info, I'm happy to help. Hey, Tom, like I said earlier, this stream, we're building our guests, so it's open to you guys. If you want to hop on with your audio or you want to hop on with audio and video, listen, if you know how to do a call on Discord or on Zoom, we can get you on this stream as a guest. You guys have seen and heard Jesse. We had Shark Trends. We're going to get Cooper on pretty soon as well. So listen, don't be shy. If you want to help the community, because that's what it's all about, is helping the community. Talk about your strategy, your trading journey, how you started with futures, where you're at, whether you're still struggling, a struggling trader, successful trader. Hey, hop on the stream, guest. This is all about helping the community, helping you guys. There's a lot of new traders. Usually a lot of the questions are about prop firms. So that's what we try to do here is help. So welcome to the stream. Welcome to the community, Tom. All right, I think, let's see, TruckTran for trade day, they updated for how long they have to trade. No longer 7 days, only 5 days now. Correct. Do I have that on my promo or no? Yep, I do have that on trade day. 5-day pass with a 30% consistency rule. So that's the update on trade day. All right, guys, it's around that time, 9:30. It's Thursday night. With tonight's trading, I don't have to trade tomorrow morning, so I'm going to spend some time and see maybe if I get some evals for tomorrow morning. But I'm locking in the profit on the important accounts. So technically, I'm in weekend mode, and I appreciate you guys that traded the house account. kept me out of trouble. You guys traded that house account tonight. Corey, Edgar, Zach took some trades as well. That kept me out of trouble and let me be able to lock in my profit and not trade or make some silly mistakes. So I appreciate you all. I know for some of you, today is your Friday. In other words, Asia session is the last day of your trading week. So have a great weekend. For everybody else, although I'm locking in my straight to funded accounts, I'm going to open up a eval or a couple evals for tomorrow morning. I'll be up for New York session tomorrow. Win, lose, or draw. For those of you that trade New York, I'll see you in the morning. If not, guys, have a great weekend. Touch some grass. Appreciate you guys all tuning in and supporting the channel this week. Let me give a quick little goodbye here for everybody that's in the chat. Corey, CB, Edgar Leon, Tim, Corey McArdle. Appreciate you, man. Happy to see your success. Tom, thank you. Have a great night. Truck Tran, EC Drive. Let's see, Super Earthman, Life is Good. Am I missing anybody that's chatted in the last? Satya, have a good night. Tim, everybody else, Jesse James, of course, the man, the myth, the legend. We couldn't get you on tonight, but next week. Guys, have a great weekend. I appreciate you all. PR77, Onyenku Trades. Appreciate your brother. JT1111. I appreciate you all, guys. If I see you tomorrow morning, great. If not, have a great, blessed weekend. See you guys all. Laters.